First of all, thank you for clicking on this video. It really means a lot to me that you enjoyed the content, so feel free to leave me any type of feedback in the comments below. Second, I want to apologize because I planned this video originally to be a live cast one, where you could hear my thoughts on everything as I've played the game. Looking back at the first few matches I've played, I was overly negative about the game, so I took a little break, gathered my thoughts and then jumped back in to some more matches and made some notes about everything, not just what first came to my mind, and this is what you're watching now. So here are all the things that I liked and didn't like about the game this time around. I tried to keep this list as short as possible. So the trial is more restrictive than the last open weekend was. You can only play a select few playlists as opposed to filtering for the maps, game modes, number of players and so on. This was an option last time and it can still be found in the full game if you're wondering about that. This made it almost impossible for me to play with my friend on the matches he preferred, as I couldn't join any of his games unless they were of the select few playlists that were available to me as well. Another one is Shipment. I like Shipment when you need to grind weapon XP and camos, but it is included 4 of the 6 playlists and it comes up almost every second game. Not to mention that it now has a special variation as well called Shipment, where the whole map is decorated in Christmassy stuff, essentially doubling your chances of getting into one of these 2 variations of the same map. The Christmas variation is also a lot more annoying than the regular one. It has the same broken spawn issues that you'd expect from regular Shipment, but now it also has fireworks, candles, brightly colored textures, laughing hidden toys and so on, making it almost impossible to spot enemies, as your screen will mostly be a blurry mess of white and yellow effects, and that's even before you start throwing thermites and calling bombers. So yeah, add those into the mix. All equipment is available to you, so if you play enough you can essentially unlock anything in the game, and when I say anything, I mean anything that doesn't require a specific item from the shop to be purchased, like one of the new operators of course. So in a sense, map and game mode selection are the only features that are locked away from you. All the rest of the game is open for you, which is kinda good. And now onto the playlists. So Armageddon is by far the best playlist for my taste. It has decently sized maps that are actually playable and enjoyable, but it also can get you to Shipment or Shipments from time to time, so yeah, count those in as well. SSDD is a collection of small maps, 50% of which is Shipment and Shipments, so these are good for XP and challenge grinding, obviously. Shipments 24/7 is self-explanatory. Free Kills is a collection of mosh pit style maps with large amounts of people, and it also has Shipment and Shipments of course, so do you see my point here that I made earlier? Champion here duos and trios. I don't like this style of games, so I didn't even jump into any of these 2 playlists, I'm sorry. I know this is supposed to be a huge new feature of Vanguard, but it's like gun games were in Modern Warfare. Some people love them and some would rather stay away from them, and I'm sorry but I'm from the latter group. There's also a Christmas event in the game called Festive Fervor, and that rewards you with the old-timey light machine gun blueprint. The event itself is not that difficult at all of its requirements can be completed within a short amount of time, and it also has a separate track to unlock the same blueprint for Warzone as well. I haven't tried this one out yet, but I'm guessing that would require a little bit more time commitment from your side. There's also a Grinch in some of the game modes, and he actively tries to hunt you down while you try to kill him before he can succeed, so yeah, that also gives another layer to the gameplay now. And now let's talk a little bit about unlocks in general. I enjoy unlocking new stuff in games, so Vanguard could be considered a goldmine for people like myself, but strangely enough I feel quite the opposite. There are just simply too many things to unlock, and most of them feel like a chore instead of fun. Getting a new scope for your rifle should be something that provides you with an additional layer of gameplay option, instead of just being the 16 different version of a reflex scope that is now square shaped instead of a circle, for example. Going for camos as well falls into the same category. I don't want to get mounted kills, I don't want to get kills from behind cover, nor do I want to get double kills with shields. These were painful enough in all the previous Call of Duty titles to not do them over and over again each year when a new game gets released in this franchise. Weapon balancing. Some weapons are still as OP as they were a couple of weeks ago, and they will kill you in 2 shots with the right attachments. If you don't know what the right attachments are, then good luck losing 80% of the encounters, because the enemy just needs less bullets to defeat you, so yeah, do some research on those. Okay, next on my list, cameras, specifically endgame cameras. If I could say one word, I would say unnecessary. Sitting through a play of the game is okay, but watching the operators do a generic and silly posing animation is just way too much, not to mention that the audio is out of sync for all of these animations almost. Same goes for the MVP voting of the match, where you literally have to sit through 3 of the same animations most of the time with different characters and just click on someone, because why not? It's just a net waste of my time, and I can now understand why people leave matches early, sacrificing a game loss on their profile for a few minutes of their life back. Gameplay. I like the gameplay better this time around, although nothing serious has changed as far as I know. Maybe I just wanted to like the game more because my friend had already bought it and he was having the time of his life, I don't know. The hit registration is atrocious as ever, but the larger maps give you some options to fight more tactically and not just spawn into enemy gunfire, so that's nice at least. And my very last pain point, cheaters. I ran into a few of them, so I wouldn't say it's an epidemic at this point, but some even had blatantly obvious aimbots where they were just snapping onto heads left, right and center. And why is this still a thing? I mean, why can't CODs have a good anti-cheat system implemented right from the get-go? The game has been released 1.5 months ago, and this situation will get progressively worse as we've seen in the past years. So yeah, Activision, get yourself together and please implement a good anti-cheat system into the game. Thank you. As you can see, I walked away with a bag of mixed feelings from the game after this weekend again. I love the new maps, but I didn't like the restrictive playlists. I love the unlockables, but there's just way too many of them. I love playing with friends, but the server tick rates drive me crazy. For me, this game still isn't a good Call of Duty, but I'm sure a lot of you will disagree. However, I think that the discounted price for the holiday season makes it worth to pick it up if you've never played it before. Now that Season 1 is live and you can grind challenges, unlock a lot of stuff, prestige and so on, it could give you a few hours of entertainment during the holiday season and possibly even more after that. Is it a perfect game? No, definitely not, and the story is still a cash grab on top of the already pricey game and season pass if you ask me. I still haven't decided myself whether I should buy it or not, but I still have a few hours left of this free weekend when you see this video go live. In any case, I thank you all for sitting through this with me and I wish you all a nice day. Oh, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear about what you think about this game. Thank you and see you next time.